So we got Eric Bellinger in the studio, Power 106.
Yes.
Yesi, Felly, new at 2. Yo, honestly, like, what I see from you, you've written from so many artists. Like, for real, let's break down a few artists that you've written for and that you've been nominated for a Grammy.
Okay, cool. So Chris Brown is somebody that I probably have done the most work with since the Fame album, Fortune album, X album, and
those are all hits.
Fine China, and we got Love More, we got New Flame, we got Stereotype, we got Add Me In, we got Sheesh.
And then you've done stuff for Usher too. So you did work for Usher.
Yeah, Let Me See, featuring Rick Ross. I did What Happened to You. I did I Care for You. I did Go Missing, and then Justin Bieber. We got Right Here featuring Drake. We got Thought of You, Trey Songz, Disrespectful, Serial, and Love Around the World. And all of these songs are just records that I'm super excited still to just be a part of, you know what I mean? A lot of times people are like, man, you should have kept that song or you should have did this with it. But for me, I look at it like all of these opportunities are still blessings, and, you know, they're putting me in a place where people can recognize who I am, you know, and for that, I'm just forever grateful.
I remember when we first had you up here for I Don't Want Her, we talked about this. We talked about how you wrote for a lot of artists and you did a lot of things. It's like, and I asked you, like, how do you differentiate? Like, who goes to what song and what stays to your pocket and this, that, and the third.
See, a lot of times, at first it was kind of tough, you know.
Neo had that problem.
I would just, because when you do the song, of course you want to keep it if it's in your passion, you know, to do music or to be an artist. But for me, I knew what it was. I knew what I was doing. I knew it was a stepping stone. I knew that, you know, writing these songs for all of these different artists would be a catapult to put me, you know what I mean, at least in a place where people would, you know, realize like, okay, that's Eric Bellinger. And it's kind of like a cosign in a sense. You know, a lot of times people have cosigns and like, oh, you should go listen to this artist. But I don't necessarily have that cosign, you know. But for me, it's like, okay, cool. By all of these different artists working with me and, you know what I mean, using the songs that I was a part of, I wrote or I co-wrote, that lets you know that they're validating everything that I'm doing already. And the songs that are your favorite songs, they're, you know what I mean, coming from me too.
Well, you mentioned something cosign, right? Like a lot of these artists, that was your cosign, what you done for them, that validated who you are. But then you had I Don't Want Her, but then you were featured on Mace's record. Then, you know what I'm saying? You were featured with The Game. Like, there was obviously the DJ Mustard 4 Digits. So now people are seeing you in a different light. Like, not only is he a dope writer, but now this fool can sing.
That's why.
Like we were seeing this artist, this talent.
And I just stay in the back, you know what I mean? At first I was just chilling, like even some of those songs I would write them for other people, like, yo, I'll do a hook for you, let me do a hook for you, let me do a song for you. And then it got to the point where they were like, hold on, you mind if we just leave you on there? Nope, go right ahead. I was waiting for you to say that. That was the plan. And you know what I mean? And then we started grinding on our own, you know what I'm saying? Me and Neiman, you know, we were like, okay, cool, let's do this song. And it's like everything kind of just collided at the same time with everything we were doing independently, putting out records on our own and writing for other people. And then slowly it kind of caught up, because at first it was like, we see you over there, what you doing, you know what I'm saying? But then it got to the point where like, wait a minute, he's doing a good job, you know what I mean? They got a team. We got Troy Marshall, you know what I'm saying? We got Greg, we got Rain. We got so many people, Yesi, you know what I mean? And it's like, with everything kind of coming together all at once, it's like it was all destined to happen. And for us to still be independent, to me, that's like the biggest pat on our backs. You know what I'm saying? Labels we're looking at us like, that's the songwriter. You know what I mean? People kind of pigeon you into what they're introduced to you first. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, cool. If I meet you as a songwriter, I just see you as a songwriter. So for the longest, it was like, oh yeah, that's the songwriter. That's the songwriter. And I was like, okay, cool. You can keep saying that's just the songwriter all you want. And in a minute,
people are going to be like, no, that's the artist.
Exactly. So we were like, let's just let them see it. But if it happens to be too late,
right. Oh well,
it's too late, you know.
Who has anyone came up to you it was like, nah, it's too late?
For sure.
You had to say it's too late.
For sure, because now we're to the point where everything we're doing, like we're booking shows, we're doing all these different things, and it's like, okay, why?
Now
I remember
what did they say? Now you want to mess with me when nobody wanted me? Like, what did they say?
Shout out to Mike Jones. Shout out to Mike Jones. He was on to something. You know, it's just crazy to know that, you know, labels will say, okay, cool, we want to sign artists that are selling this amount of records. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Already before we sign them. So therefore, it's like, okay, cool. So if I do all this work and I'm able to sell this many records, why would I give you all that? Why would I sign to you? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Why haven't you signed to a major label?
Man, I mean,
I'm sure by now they're knocking.
Because
you've been able to prove yourself as an artist.
I think,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I think because we did what we've done, it makes me feel like
you get
it's
more
worth
money
so much more. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's worth so much more. Yeah, we're worth more. And I know what I personally can bring to the table. You're not just signing the singer from wherever. You're signing somebody who's self-sufficient, who engineers his own records, who you know what I'm saying, like writes, who sings. All of that stuff. So,
I got to interrupt you when you say engineer your own record, because this is true. I've witnessed this man, like, for real. You're sitting in the booth.
I have a setup in the booth.
And you're singing into the mic, and artists do not do this. There's a lot of artists that just go in there, they sing their hook, and they out. You are seriously in there with the Pro Tools, with the software, adjusting volumes and
everything while I'm recording and while I'm writing in my head. So it's like there's so many things that we can offer to the label. Like, not only do we have
your work,
but I can give your artist records. It's just so many different lanes that we can help out in. I don't want to get, you know what I mean, shortchanged for the ability that I can really bring to the table.
Absolutely.
And until somebody can recognize exactly what that is, I'm straight, you know. I feel like you got to know your self-worth before you get into any situation. If they don't recognize you have to recognize it first before they recognize it.
That's definitely smart. And then you do a lot of your stuff your own for the cuffing season.
Yes.
That's the name. Can we say that?
Yeah, cuffing season. Yeah, definitely. Cuffing season is finished. I'm super excited about it. Choose Up season was the prelude to it. It was a complete setup, and I'm just excited for people to hear this project so they can know exactly what my story is that I'm trying to tell, how I'm trying to differentiate myself from the other artists. And you know, there's so many talented guys out there, but it's like, if you're not doing anything different, then what's the point in us giving you a listen? And I think with this next project, it's gonna definitely separate me from a lot of different artists.
When is cuffing season available?
Definitely 2015. I'm thinking second quarter. We got a couple singles that we want to put out, and we're gonna gauge it. You know, if something happens to where, you know, Dr. Dre comes in here and says, "Yo, y'all gotta listen to this kid Eric Bellinger," you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then we'll be like, "Okay, cool, album next day." You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's like we're ready for anything. You know what I mean? And that's just an example. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
absolutely.
So. Yeah.
It's ready. It's
ready.
We're
just waiting on the right time to press the button.
Jinx.
That's it.
I got
Jinx.
You. Waiting on the right time to drop it. Well, listen. Focus on You is available right now on iTunes.
Yes.
Right?
Available.
Get
right
it now.
Eric Bellinger. Focused on You featuring 2 Chainz. Available right now. Produced by D-Mile. Shout out to my man D-Mile. Shout out to John, the whole team, man. Everybody is just incredible at what they do, and we got a tight circle around us.
Yeah.
And to me, we are a major. We're our own major label.
And man, YFS is what it is.
YFS, what it is. It's going down. Shout out to Billboard. Billboard did an incredible exclusive for us yesterday with the record, and that did so many different things for us and opened up so many doors. So
the Grammys are in February?
Yes, February 8th. I got my little invitation. It was like, yo, if you want to come, I said, ooh, I've been cordially invited
you.
You know what I'm saying? I got the little thing.
It was like invited. Glitter. It was glitter. Is that your first time being invited to the Grammys?
Yes, it was glitter on it.
We going to the Grammys, y'all.
It was like holograms on there. So
that's
shout out to the whole Grammy organization, Gail Mitchell,
man, that's
everybody.
Cool. That's dope. So you gonna be seated up in you deserve that, man.
Thank you.
What's the nomination for?
Okay, nominated for Best R&B Song of the Year, New Flame. Best R&B Vocal Performance of the Year, New Flame, and also Chris Brown's entire album X. I got 5 songs on there, and that album was nominated for Best R&B Album of the Year.
That's crazy. So if Chris Brown wins the Grammy,
hello,
he better be shouting you out, bro.
Shout out to Breezy. Shout your boy out. Last time he was in here, he had nothing but great things to say.
He did.
And
Chris did come in here and say some really nice things about you.
That's my guy, man. For real. As we've been rocking for some years now.
You know how many ladies right now are wondering, can you call Chris Brown right now?
Right.
Me and give me a shout
out? Hey, I sing too. Right. I ain't light skinned, you know what I'm saying?
Chris is light skinned. I was just about to say, though.
He is light skinned. I got to walk around with Neiman every day. What you think? I'm used to that. That guy is the captain.
Yo, Eric Bellinger, I love you, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Yesi. Appreciate y'all. Felly, love y'all.
Appreciate it. Power 106.
Power 106. E-Man, what up?
Special thanks to Robert Wayne Footwear and Doc Martin.